Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on to the second map of the grand finals between Entropy and Endpoint as we start the ninth round for Docs. This is the first time I get to see Docs in a competitive environment. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also nervous because obviously I haven't played it. Except for an arcade and rifles only, obviously. But it's not the same scenario, but I have heard some things about this map, like the fact that you can kill your opponents from spawn, which sounds interesting, to say the least, as well as the fact there's so many angles with the rooftops and the windows. It's going to be an interesting game.
There was
maybe quite
a little while ago. There was a guy. He actually got really angry, and he tweeted the clip. And there was a really big argument when it came to this map. But this is why people don't play this map. It's a little tough to play, obviously, because of the way it's designed and the entrance. So not even 3 seconds you can get the frag with the sniper easily. So again, not sure why. I don't know if it's because of memes or it's because they actually practice and they want to get the team off guard. I'm not really sure, but I think I speak for everybody when they say it's an unusual pick. I'm not saying it's a bad map or a good map. Yeah. It's an unusual pick. So nevertheless, believe it's going to be a B push here. As you can see, putting a strong emphasis on B. You got 2 players trying to approach in. Yep, keep in mind there is a trench gun. Gonna look a little bit tough here.
Oh, good positioning from Joshua at that car. Does manage to get the first one, and Alexi does fall from the shotgun of Mastermind. There's only one player for Entropy falls, and that's going to be Quality in a 2 versus 4 on Endpoint side. And they don't have bomb. Look at Mastermind. He's in such a great position and bottom floor. That's why it's Fi. Didn't even see where Fi's position was. And I think that's one of the things that you have to be wary about this map. You need to use smokes very effectively, watch every single building, because there are so many angles to watch for, despite the fact that people can go on roofs. You can parkour very well on this map. Like, the movement is so important on this map, just because of where you can go.
Right, pretty much. Now, B, out of both bombs, obviously I feel like B is mostly the tough one to get close to, because obviously you have to go through the house and then the bomb outside. So it gives you the opportunity to play around inside the house quite a bit. As you can see, the utilities are coming off. Those grenades coming out of nowhere. Misses barely with a grenade. Meanwhile, Kia Star is going to be the one guarding A. So far, no action on A. Although you see 4 players around kind of in the middle. So slowly approaching toward A. As you can see, your smokes are coming off. So definitely it's going to be an A push here. QWERTY and Fi taking out the players. Meanwhile, Alexi barely make it alive, if anything. But Villalel, my goodness, right off the bat, with that Springfield taking Kia Star down. Kai, so again, it's a tough map. It really is a tough map to call. It's a tough map to play on. Again, not sure why, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. We just got to focus here. And looks like the bomb will be planted at any moment. It's just Jay and Mastermind, the last 2 players.
You know, they're faking it just to wait for utilities and waiting for the players to peek, because there's so many angles which they can peek from. But Philel able to catch Mastermind off guard, saving his teammates, smoking his teammates as well, so they can get that bomb down. But the question is, will they expect Joshua on top of Orange House? It does seem like he's been spotted out, and that's his plan gone in ashes. It's going to be tough for him to get down, especially now for Lel's new position in broken window, and he will get that frag, making it 1-1. Good response from Endpoint.
Definitely. I feel like they're gonna leave it to Villalel to make those openings with the sniper. Yeah. Again, yet again, this is the 3rd round, and obviously no scopes for Entropy. So there we go. 5 is gonna be the scope for Entropy. So now you got yourself a pretty even situation, hopefully. So now it's gonna be a matter of who's gonna take who first. Can Villalel pull it off and get those frags, or will Fi will be the one to put the stop to Endpoint's push? Meanwhile, Cinda, it looks like it's going to be a slow B push here. 3 players slowly approaching in. And this is exactly what I'm telling you. It's so hard to enter B side. I don't know if you're watching at the moment, but
Yeah.
somewhat difficult to enter B. You can see they're not gonna risk it. Ooh, but oh, wow. It's a best of send up, but fake luckily trace back, so it's pretty even now. Oh, that is a very huge kill there, if anything. Kai taking down the scope,
Yeah.
that is Villalone. That is a very huge kill.
It is, and the advantage is now in Entropy's favor. This is a 3 versus 2, and it's Endpoint still trying to make some headway to either of the bomb sites, which has proven difficult in their slow pushes, especially since it's hard to predict where the players are going to be, especially in Kiyosa's position on balcony. Well, a balcony, I should say, since there's so many balconies. But they have managed to go into the A site. Kia's still hiding, and he can be the key player to stop a bomb plant.
Yeah, pretty much. And Mastermind Weevil, he's just pretty much walking around circles at this point. It's only 14 seconds remaining. Not looking really good, so the bomb has to be planted now. And you can see, I believe somebody's on the balcony. Really nice, actually gets a nice support there, but Kiosar gets a lucky headshot there with the pistol. And just like that, the lead will still remain on Entropy's side. So far, all the matches are going down to wire, so pretty interesting gonna be what we're seeing. So Fi again was gonna be it's going with the sniper, so
well, of course he didn't die, so he's able to keep that onto the next round. And it'll be interesting to see if he can get that early kill, because of course Endpoint's been smart about it, and he does get an early kill on 2 low. He's trying to pre-fire with the M1 Grand, but it did not work in his favor. And that gives the advantage to the Axes. A lot of smokes towards mid and B, but Kiyostar going huge, taking out 2 players, and now the bomb will be going down for High, trying his best to try and deny it, but unable to hit the no-scope. And it just leaves Alexei. At least they managed to get that job done. It was a full eco round pretty much. And they managed to get that bomb plant, which is what they went for. Even a knife on Alexei. Somehow he's still alive. But finally he gets taken out in dark.
Oh, yes. It's so awkward. It's funny, but right now, I mean, it's funny because this was Endpoint's pick, as we talked about it a little while ago, and now Entropy so far has the lead. So, boy, will the tables turn this time around. Villalo will again go with the sniper. Vi also has the sniper, so Vi so far has been having a great time with the sniper compared to Villalo. Villalo managed just to get one important kill a few rounds ago, which is a very crucial kill. Was able to create an opening there, but let's see if he can bounce back from this right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough Endpoint, because it seems like the sites are so difficult to get in because of all the angles which the snipers and the shotguns could lay in wait. Fight only getting a tag underneath Kia, and Kia goes for it, which Mark was in place to try and stop him. Good teamwork to be able to do that. It's always going to be difficult. Bilal trying to go for Fi, but Fi's too quick, and he's able to get that frag, as well as Quirky taking down Alexei down mid, but he's going to have some troubles as mid truck. There is a player, and that's going to be Cinder. But it's going to be difficult for him to try and get anything done.
I mean, pretty much. You can clearly see they have control of the situation here, clearly. And it's only a matter of Fake, Dizzle, and Cinder versus 3 other remaining players from Entropy. Meanwhile, keep in mind, Fi is still alive. So Fi actually has a pretty good combo, Thompson and the car. So meanwhile, Dizzle also has a scope, not using the scope so far. So you can clearly see how they're going to be forced to go to B. So this is actually pretty good with 15 seconds remaining. But the rotation is happening as well. But Fake, talk about a great round by Endpoint. Fake coming in big with that double kill with the M1 Grand. So great rotation, if anything. The moment the bomb was planted, Fake was already waiting for that peak and definitely got the best out of Entropy. So 3-2 so far. And this is kind of awkward.
So far it's been a slow game. It's been an awkward and slow game.
Yeah.
It seems like some of the players are a little bit confused of where to approach an attack, since the defense has such an advantage on this map. It seems like, and you can just see like the scopes trying their best, because it seems like the scopes are the main source of trying to get your frags on this map, or even the shotguns on the axes. Whereas the allies, this is a little bit more difficult to get the shotguns working, since there's so many angles. Like you push onto B, he could be bottom or he could be top B house. And then if you push onto A, it's the same sort of thing. You have dark position where you can have the shotgun. You can also have a balcony where you saw Kirstar one round with the shotgun. It was a key person in that round who took out his opponents. So it's definitely difficult for Endpoint to attack, and having to use smokes very early on down mid to stop any scopes from killing you from spawn.
But I mean, right now the bomb is going to be planted though, so this is if anything, that was really good for Endpoint. That bomb was planted, not it wasn't even an aggressive push. It was more it was more like they threw the smoke and nobody wanted a risk to come out and try to stop the defuse, and definitely Entropy got punished for it. And as you can see, Jay, but nothing to show for it at this point.
He's been struggling a little bit, but of course he was man of the match, I would say, and the last one helping his team to get as far as they did in the comeback. But both sides been struggling, and really the person which has been helping his team has been Fight, since he's been the one with the scope most of the time.
But it's a common sense of what you said. The scopes here is really important, and Fi is just pretty much taking care of it, doing the best he can at this point. Meanwhile, Villalel not having that much of a not seeing so much action compared to Manor House with Villalel and the snipers. So now you see Endpoint actually taking control and being more confident with these pushes rather than play slow. Fake again. Fake has done an exceptional job bringing that supportive role when the bomb is planted. So now Endpoint seems to get somewhere. You can clearly see they're playing this aggressive with the smokes rather than playing slow. Definitely looks like a confident push, if anything. But now Fi, what's funny is Fi doesn't have enough to go around with the sniper, so it's going to be using the STG. Meanwhile, Villalel again with the scope.
But yeah, it's like you said, like the change of pace, it shows like they're a little bit more confident. Maybe Endpoint's actually got a good read on Entropy as Villalel gets mastermind and bottom B house as they slowly push towards B. Kirstar being the solid rock that he is on the A, trying his best, but the scopes proving to be the key piece in getting kills.
But so far, this is really important. Obviously the idea right now is trying to go for a B, and they're taking their time. But the most important thing is they have control of the house. This is actually pretty good for Endpoint. They have control of the house, so it's just a matter of time. You can clearly see go for this fake. Obviously, gotta be planting the bomb now, right behind the car. So this is very smart. But he has to be careful. The moment he gets up, Villalel with a nice movement. If anything, he managed to prone just in the nick of time and punishes 5 for it. Jay himself will be the last player remaining on a 1v2. This is not really an easy map to retake. If anything, they have the higher ground, and I believe that is none other than Alexi. So take a look right here. Gets shot. It's pretty much one shot at this point. 20 seconds remaining. Gonna have to wait for that regen, but he's actually gonna challenge. Excuse me, no. Not sure what Alexi tried to do there. Bad timing, but if anything, could this be it? 10 seconds remaining. Remember, folks, 7 seconds. And right now, nope, not enough time to go around and send it. Finishing it off 3-5 now. So it's the 9th round now. So again, Endpoint clearly has control of the situation.
Yeah, and they played that well. Like once they got that B house control, it was a little bit easier to get the B site and get the bomb down, because of course you have the car which you can't shoot through, and they use the smokes perfectly, so it blocks out vision from actually spawn. From Church, and they just couldn't see the player. But hands down, it was still close. It went down to a 1 versus 1. It's just time not on Joshua's side. But now Endpoint, how slowed things up a bit. No one came that early pick just yet. Nades going out.
Clearly right now, smokes. You can see how Endpoint is actually set up 3 on the 3 trying to go for B, 2 trying to on the A side. So I think at this point, it's just a matter of getting those frags done, and then probably rotation will happen. Meanwhile, Phi is on top of the building, on top of A. So again, no scope, and Fake takes advantage. That's one thing that sucks about trying to stay on top. While you're on top, there's so many things that you have to watch. The moment you look to the other side, you are literally going to get punished, and that's exactly what happened. So what I'm seeing is exactly what I said, Kai. The rotation, getting the frags, and then waiting for the frags and rotating. But Mastermind sees somebody gets a hit marker there, misses the shot, barely making it alive. What? Reading Villalo like a book, turning around. That's a nice double kill. So slowly could make something happen here, if anything, or grab the gun and save. I'm not sure what you want to do here, but again, it's such a tough map to retake.
Yeah, especially on your own with a shotgun with so many angles to be wary of. But Cinder, perfect angle to stop Mastermind's attack. And well, Villalo was a little bit greedy going for that pick. I'm pleased to see that he did it with a pistol, so he didn't give Mastermind the scope, because if he dropped the scope, obviously Mastermind would have gone, okay, I'm going to save this weapon for the next round. But now Phi's on the scope, back on it. He's slowed down quite a bit in these last few rounds since Endpoint have stepped things up. 6 rounds in a row, I believe, as well.
Oh, there it is. Damn it, there it is. This is why nobody plays this map, bro. Why?
Even Kurt, he says, great map. Cinder and Bede is all pushing onto the A side, clearing it out. And that's going to be the 7th round for Endpoint as they're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable on this map.
I'm angry. I don't want to say the word because obviously we can't. I don't think we're allowed to curse, but that actually made me angry. That actually made me really angry. Really angry. Even as a to be honest with you, even as a spectator, because this is why this map is voted off the majority of the time. Obviously, you know, Endpoint picked it for a reason. That's all cool and dandy. I don't have a problem with that. It's like, it's not even okay. You got a collateral, but it's on docks. It's like, nah, definitely not the play. Definitely not the play.
It's straight from spawn. They spawned 2 seconds later. Collateral, but going into this round, there was no collateral as we're getting to the dying stages of the first half. Endpoint at the moment looking a little bit too comfortable maybe, but they have lost P Dizzle early on. Quite even taking up Villalo. This might be the 4th round that Entropy's been looking for. But can they enter that stage?
Well, anyway, either way, to your subject, obviously they are slowly trying to go for that. Try to go A for it. Obviously, at this point, it's going to be tough for them. Alex is the last player remaining here. Can you go ahead and do it? Kiss with a nice jump shot there. So it's not that bad, obviously. But this is 7-4-11. I think this is going to be the last round. Nope, this is the last round. Excuse me. This will be the last round. My apologies. This is going to be the last round before the side switch. So hopefully now Entropy could have a chance. Hopefully. Because so far, the offensive side seems to be, you know, Endpoint has been having a great offensive side so far. So hopefully it could be said the same for Entropy at this point. 5 with a nice opening frag there.
Almost gets himself a second, but Josh is the one with it as they got a 2-man advantage. So as Kios game, but the trade straight back from Entropy, and now they're the one with a man advantage. As they try and get on the A side, but Fake has to pull back as his team is not supporting him. At this point, it's just between the scopes who can outscope the others. Fight is on the other side, and then you have Villalo. And you can kind of see that they're thinking that Endpoint has rotated back towards B, which we know they haven't. Mastermind's in a good position to try and hear it out, and he will hear it. And that's going to cause a rotation, but they're going to wait, and Mastermind does jump up on the wall and gets the frag.
What a shot there. Now, keep in mind, this is the last round, so this is actually really This could be really good for Entropy here, at least making it a 5-7. So this is a great opportunity for them to stay at least a bit close. And just like that, they will be able to capitalize on that victory. 5-7. Sides are going to be switched now. So this is looking good. Obviously, again, hopefully Entropy has the same success as Endpoint on the offensive round. So just a matter of a few seconds here. Hopefully it begins. Keeping in mind, like you always say, Kai, it's really, really important to win this round. Specifically, this round is going to be very important.
Trademark statement. As you can follow up with 2 more rounds, and we have seen it this so far in this tournament as Endpoint managed to do it in the last game, as well as the fact that Entropy's managed to do it in the start of this game, 3 rounds in a row. But they need those 3 rounds so important on their allies, as they have left the bomb in spawn and fight, trying his best to get Cinder in top B house. But he's unable to get the frag as Mastermind slowly pushes in on the shotgun, but on the other side it will be Alexi B, and his P Digital low takes down fire towards that A site.
But this is the thing, both players have the same idea. Both wanted to go. Alexi's guarding the bottom area with the trench gun. Meanwhile, the other player, I can't see who it is. Trying to switch here. That is Mastermind. Excuse me. Mastermind had the same idea. So now this is somewhat good. Create an opening there for the bottom. Meanwhile, obviously, Cinda trading with Mastermind. So that is a very huge kill on his behalf. But not good enough. It's going to be 5-8. So I want to talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
It's not about... I'm going to be very clear about this. Obviously, it's not about talking bad about the map or anything, but I do have to respect. No. Hear me out for a second.
Totally
I do have to respect Endpoint, because obviously you can tell how it pretty much got Entropy off guard, because again, it's not a fan favorite map, but apparently Endpoint they know something that we don't, and they're playing this really, really good. So credit for them for actually doing this. If anything, it's something different to see, even if people don't agree with it. But
it's definitely something great to see. But you can see that both teams have practiced the map because of the position,
clearly,
as well as the nades, which shows that they are playing the map just behind closed doors. Let's see if that practice can make perfect. As Endpoint have lost 1 man, but they've got the man advantage going into this round. Bomb is still in spawn as it's finally being picked up around garage. Does seem like they want to go towards A.
And there's the scope from Villalel. And although, to be fair, Villalel hasn't had... He did get a collateral, obviously, which is impressive, of course. But, I mean, we haven't seen much of him since compared to Manor House. If anything, 5 was doing a great job holding it down and challenging Endpoint with the Car 98 scope. But again, obviously not good enough. It's 5-9. Endpoint doing a great job so far, not only on defensive side but also on the offensive side. They did have a great performance. So again, hopefully the same can be said for Entropy. And the reason why is because we did see Kai an amazing comeback, almost making it out too for Manor House. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's possible here, but who knows?
Yeah, they just need to get their mojo sorted and start hitting those shots and try and get the frags that they needed. And Cinder's the one to open things up on Flying, which has slowed down. He was the first one to get double figures, I believe, in this map, but he hasn't got a kill in quite some time, falling just like his teammates are currently, with only Kierstar left alive. 1 versus 5, and the Endpoint looking much more clean on their defense.
Hopefully we can see this in the future, though. These teams, play that trick card. If anything, like, yep, I'm gonna play this map. Nobody's gonna need it, and nobody sees it coming, obviously. So, if anything, I'm positive that Entropy didn't prepare for this map, or pretty sure they don't even scrim this map, if anything.
I feel like they have done some practice on it, but not much, clearly. But it's also
not enough importance, if anything.
Yeah.
But it does look like they have a general idea of what they want to do. I mean, they try to take control of bottom B house, but Cinda is doing a great job so far. Mastermind started off actually outgunning. I believe it was Cinda in the first few rounds, but obviously Cinda is having a great game so far, controlling the B house, also controlling mid, as you can clearly see. Keystar gets taken down. So now, obviously, 3-3. Now they're going to be forced to go to A. Obviously, they have enough time to. My God, I'm saying obviously a lot of times, but they have opportunities to go to B, but not looking good. They have one player on top of B, then two players flanking through middle. Is that what it is? I could be wrong. It looks like a flank of some sort. So with 38 seconds remaining.
It just seems like Endpoint's just waiting for Entropy's move, which they still haven't committed. Now they've got the smoke down. They're gonna fake the plant.
Oh, and there it is. It's a 1v1 now, Kai. So right now it's all about Cinda and 7 seconds. 6. Here we go. And Cinda gets the better of him. Really smart play by Cinda, just being very patient with it. 2 more rounds are away, ladies and gentlemen, before we see the final GG of the day. I believe it's a 2 at BO3.
Yeah, he's getting close to that end point. Shout out to Chipwreck for that one. I saw in chat.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm
gonna
give credit to someone's joke. But
it is
Endpoint does look very confident. I wish I saw what happened in the last round. I just saw Fi flying into a wall with his name. But quick frags on both sides. There's P Dizzle taking down Kearsar and Fi actually getting a frag on Alexi. But finally, the advantage is on Endpoint's side as they continue their dominance in this series. Say dominance, Entropy did make a comeback last map after a bit dominance, but
definitely a fun match, to be honest with you. Definitely one of the funnest match I've been able to see. But Fi right now, I believe got hit there, barely making it alive. I really want to see what Fi is doing. Is he challenging really low?
Ooh. It does seem like it, but Philadelphia's position is quite good as he's changed it, but he misses his shot on Mossman, and that actually pulls him back all the way back to Church, crossing mid to A. And it does seem like Entropy do want to push onto A, especially since Mastermind falls. Well, I mean, fake falls after Mastermind's nade. Phil trying his best to sneak up past this smoke. Try and find the angle on the last 2 remaining players. Hasn't spotted it. Fi up on A balcony. Still not in vision to fill the low. Now he knows, and he actually gets that headshot onto it, making Mastermind in a 1 versus 1. This is for match point. Question is, will Mastermind peek? And he will peek, and he will get that frag. 11-6. And should be able to win it off that 1 versus 1 duel. Thanks to Mastermind. 3 kills in that round.
That was pretty good setup, though. I mean, obviously, Bo got the last kill there, obviously because of the sound that it was made, but the way the bomb was planted gave the opportunity to actually cross through middle and have a great view of the bomb and obviously capitalize on it. So, folks, we are at 2. Oh. That's a big yikes there. Villalobos gets the first frag with the sniper. Cinda actually gets QWERTY as well. So now they have a tough. That's looking tough for Entropy right now. That is a tough play. Getting 2 men down in less than 10 seconds. It's something you always want to try to avoid. Obviously, not looking pretty for Entropy.
It's not looking great for Entropy, especially since another man falls to the hands of Philadelphia. Sniper's reigning supreme, and that sniper nest. But what a shot from Fi as he gets it as he's trying to exit. Sniper house from bottom. What a shot!
Fi has been incredible. This is amazing. Fi has been incredible throughout the entire serious, to be honest, because Fi actually started to pick it up almost at the end when the comeback started to happen in Manor House with the sniper as well. And so it's definitely been a great challenge against Villalel, sniper to sniper. So really, I mean, they have a chance. It's just, no, you do not have a chance. Unfortunately,
They
not.
do not have a chance as Endpoint make it.
You know, I'm trying to be nice. I'm just trying to be nice. I am really trying to be nice.
This map is interesting the more we see it, because you can do quite a bit on this map. Like with all the angles, you can play it differently, and it's definitely interesting.
But here's the situation. Take a look at Entropy's role right now. 4 trenches, so that's a strong B push. 100% strong B push. And this is more like go for it. This is the last round. We have no choice but to go for it. And right now it's a 3-4 right now, 3v4, 2v4. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the GG in a matter of seconds, Kai. This is it.
Yes, and they're trying to go for the wallbang there because you can wallbang that spot, but Fake's the one to take out Quake, leaving Kista alone in a 1 versus 3 with just a truck gun to bear. He's trying his best to get to top B and get that frag on Sinner, but he misses his shot, he misses his chance as he's trying to chase him. But of course, he needs to be wary of Church as Fake is going for the shots, but he misses. And we have Fake finish things off on Docks as we finally see our champions for this week. And it's going to be Endpoint after having a great series on map. Well, great map on Mana, sorry. And then finishing it on Docks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for having us here for the support, but congratulations to Endpoint. Also, remember, Entropy is actually, one of the toughest teams I've seen so far since my days here in Battalion. So nothing to be ashamed of course. Really good team. Congratulations to Endpoint. Any last words before we head out here, Kai?
Make sure you stay tuned for the quick ups, which will be played throughout the week. Of course, we have on Tuesday the EU one. I believe Wednesday is the only one, and Thursday is another EU one. I can't remember when the Oceanic one is from the top of my head, but of course, on I believe Sunday will be the NA Blitzkrieg. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the week for those events.
Have a good night, folks. Have a good day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. Y'all have a good day.